Good day everyone. This video is for the final fulfillment for our STS subject or Science, Technology, and Society subject. I am Willamay de la Cruz Chado and my partner for this video presentation is Miss Junaline Narca. So this video has the goal to demonstrate our understanding about climate change and the adverse effect of it in our community. So bear with me as we go through this video. So let's begin. Forests are vital for life, home to millions of species. They protect soil from erosion, produce oxygen, store carbon dioxide, and help control climate. Forests are also vital for us to live as they provide us with food, shelter, and medicines, as well as many other useful things. They also purify the air we breathe and water that we need to survive. Deforestation by humans is causing all of these necessary functions to be lessened and hence damaging the atmosphere even further. Forests play a huge role in the carbon cycle on our planet. When forests are cut down, not only does carbon absorption cease, but also the carbon stored in the trees is released into the atmosphere as CO2 if the wood is burned or even if it is left to rot after the deforestation process. Smaller crops, example plants and agricultural crops, also draw in carbon dioxide and release oxygen. However, forests store up to 100 times more carbon than agricultural fields at the same area. Deforestation is an important factor in global climate change. Climate change is because of a buildup of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, and if we carry on cutting down the main tool we have to diminish the CO2 buildup, we can expect the climate of our planet to change dramatically over the next decades. It is estimated that more than 1.5 billion tons of carbon dioxide are released to the atmosphere due to deforestation, mainly the cutting and burning of forests every year. Over 30 million acres of forests and woodlands are lost every year due to deforestation, causing a massive loss of income to poor people living in remote areas who depend on the forest to survive. We chose deforestation as a topic for climate change. Deforestation or felling trees can become a favorite activity of a man to extract assorted needs, be it medicines or precious paper to waste. For obvious reasons, it is shameful to read the statistics on how discriminating man has been, especially when it comes to deforestation. But in the end, there is always hope. Deforestation is the conversion of forested areas to non-forest land for use, such as arable land, pasture, urban use, logged area, or wasteland. Deforestation can also be seen as removal of forests, leading to several imbalances ecologically and environmentally, and results in declines in habitat and biodiversity. Urbanization, mining, fires, logging, and agricultural activities are a few of the causes of deforestation. The further effects of deforestation is soil erosion and flooding. Trees help the land to retain the water and topsoil, which provides the rich nutrients to sustain additional forest life. Without forests, the soil erodes and washes away, causing farmers to move on and perpetuate the cycle. The barren land which is left behind in the wake of these unsustainable agricultural practices is then more susceptible to flooding, especially in coastal regions. Also, the destruction of homelands, as large amounts of forests are cleared away, allowing exposed earth to wither and die, and the habitats of innumerable species to be destroyed. A community who live there and depend on the forest to sustain their way of life is also under threat. The loss of forests has an immediate and direct effect on their lifestyle that we in highly industrialized part of the world, despite our own dependency on what rainforest provides, will never know. The limit of immediacy is exponentially greater for a community. We need to take actions and talk less because we are all responsible if either it could kill or save our nature. That it is better to prevent and protect than to repent and repair. And that's what I'm trying to tell to the faculty and barangay officials, that the loss of trees and other vegetation can cause climate change, desertification, soil erosion, fewer crops, flooding, increased greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, and most of all, a host of problems for a community, especially for indigenous people.
Forests are far more important to our well-being than most people appreciate, and maintaining them is one of the key solutions to deforestation. We need them to breathe even, to recycle carbon back into oxygen. We also need them to survive. Around the world, 300 million people live in forests and 1 billion people depend on them. They support hundreds of millions of jobs and livelihoods. This is why we need more solutions to fight against deforestation. So what can we do? This action plan contains a number of ways to fight the causes of deforestation that has been developed by conservationists. Because tackling deforestation is the quickest and most cost-effective way to stop climate change. What are some solutions to deforestation? First is introducing climate change policies for companies. Companies can be pressured to buy from sustainable sources, phase out damaging materials, or stop using certain products. Implementing zero deforestation policies on supply chains can have a big impact. It requires holding suppliers to high standards when they produce commodities such as timber, beef, soya, palm oil, and paper products to have minimal impact on the climate. Trees store carbon dioxide, and cutting down trees releases the carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. The effects of deforestation and illegal logging on a large scale can contribute to an excess of greenhouse gases, which can cause global warming. Over 8 million acres of forest are cut down each year. Second, work with indigenous groups to stop deforestation. Another solution to deforestation is to empower indigenous people and work with them to stop deforestation. This is important since forests have been home to indigenous people for tens of thousands of years, ever since the dawn of human society. Empowering them to defend their traditional homelands is an important and successful way to stop deforestation. Third is to raise awareness around greenhouse gas emissions and palm oil. Another key solution to deforestation is to empower and inform consumers and governments to make better choices. Ordinary people can help stop deforestation by eating less meat, avoiding single-use packaging, eating sustainable food, and choosing recycled or responsibly produced wood products. They can also go paperless at home or in the office, recycle products, and avoid palm oil and planting trees. Informing people to take action in their own lives empowers them in personal ways and makes action against deforestation an everyday part of their lives. Single-use products, whether they are made out of wood or plastic, are a big contributor to waste and energy use. Meat eating also causes deforestation in several ways. Forests are cleared out for growing grains for livestock, and the energy required to feed and process them has a significant impact on the environment. Remember, we all have a large part to play in fighting deforestation. It is an important goal and one can win for the sake of our planet and ourselves. If we take care of our nature, nature takes care of us.